It's December 14th and this situation has not improved at all. Somebody was supposed to show up today to pick up all this mess, but I haven't seen him yet and I haven't heard from him. I'm really looking forward to getting this place cleaned up. But I do have good news. Let me show you. So the Acorn table is finally empty. Not clean, but empty. And that is a huge, huge relief. Now I can go do a quick trip to the States to see my mother, and I don't have to worry about losing this year's acorns. I know I complained a fair bit about opening and closing the acorns every day, but I'm actually going to kind of miss it because it brings me out to the olive grove every morning, and that really is a pleasure and a gift to be in this beautiful place, especially in the winter. So all the acorns from the table are now in temporary storage here outside my shop. And in February, I'll get them in dry storage. For now, they're fine here. This farm is so close to the port of Korissia that you can hear the anchors drop when the boats come in. This mess be here for so long has been frustrating in an unexpected way, and mostly because I can't just get the chainsaw out and take care of it myself. And it certainly isn't my gender or my age, female 60 just for the record, that is slowing me down. It's my MS brain just doesn't communicate with my limbs 100%, and it's just not safe. Otherwise I would have kicked the ass out of this mess. So let me show you what I've been doing this week. One of the strategies I've learned when I'm feeling overwhelmed by the things I can't do is to do a couple things that I can do. And this certainly has been a job I've been avoiding for a while. And it makes such a difference in the overall feeling of this room in the evening. Okay, only a couple more. Interesting development. Now I remember why it took me so long to take the initiative to change these things. Oh man, this is not happening. There we go. I think. It seems like such a mundane thing to film for YouTube, but at the same time, such a small act has Helps me get back my mojo. Oh, those look so pretty. And they will look really beautiful tonight. Uh-oh. Number 2 has a problem. It's so satisfying when you get to the point in weaving something where it's actually rolling on. And you can see the fabric. You've made fabric out of string. String goes in. Fabric comes out. I'm just reaching the end. I switched over to Bordeaux because I ran out of the beige. I have no idea what this is going to be. I know it's going to be a garment of some sort. I'm just weaving out a long, long roll of fabric, and I'll see what it turns out to. Anybody who watches this channel knows I love this color. I wear it a lot. I love the texture, but it's not finished yet. I need to soak it in warm, sudsy water, rinse it out. It'll shrink significantly, and I hope there is enough for 2 shawls. Here's the final scarf. Goes pretty well with my jacket. Who doesn't like before and after photos? Well, today I have before and during. I think it's fun to show the process, and we're right in the dead middle of it. I've been spending a lot of time on Kea, and I've had time to make plans and start drawing out the back garden. Marcos has assured me that he can get back to work on my house in January. So at that time, we'll be doing this backyard and the remaining outside walls. It's going to be a huge transformation. I can't wait. The backyard was such a dumping ground for over 2 years. It's hard to get used to it being so clear now. My goal is to make this a little oasis that's on the same level that you just step out to from the master bedroom. And with such a large sliding window, even when you're in bed, you'll feel like you're surrounded by garden. This is how it used to look. And what I've done is I've taken those 2 openings and just joined them up. But before I can get to the fun part of building a garden oasis, some infrastructure work needs to be done. We've peeled off the pavers that were covering the entire thing. And now it's time to restructure and pour a cement border around the base of the house, a narrow border, and at the entrance of the garden. And the little house, the little shack in the garden is going to probably need to be practically rebuilt. It's in pretty bad condition. So let's go to my office and I'll show you what the plans are for this garden and what we need to do step by step and in which order. I'm going to show you the very simple plans that I've made, and mostly for this small backyard, I just wanted to make sure that I did things in the proper order. Proper meaning most economical and least likely to make errors. We have to get around some plumbing issues and some other things. Some of the pipes got broken while we were doing the demolition in the back. I'm using 2 resources while I plan. One is a book that Devin left me. Very interesting. Probably a lot more than I need for this little backyard. And then this book, which I've had for ages, which is amazing. The cool thing about that house that I'm renovating is that it has many of the qualities that are an integral part of an earth ship. I don't know if you don't know anything about earth ships, just look for it on YouTube. There's a lot of information. The house is partially put into the earth. It has a southern exposure. There's a slight grade from one room to another. It's quite interesting. A lot of the things, especially that are illustrated in this book, are actually incorporated in my house already. So that's kind of exciting, and it's one of the reasons I love the house so much. I want the transition from this big window that's here to outdoors to be almost seamless when the window's open. We're going to be digging down in this area, getting it low enough for a gravel base, and then eventually a wooden deck. But the wooden deck will come much later. These purple walls will be about knee height, and they will be backfilled with soil, mostly the soil that comes out of here, and they will be planted really lushly. There will be a hedge here, a very thick and very prickly hedge here. It will completely block whatever is on the other side. And there will be a water tank that is a collection of rainwater that comes from all this roof. And that will be settled there. So I'll need some extra support there from the very beginning. And then here in what is going to be the bike shed and the laundry room, I will extend the step a little so that rather than approaching it from this side, you approach it from this side. And this will most likely be solid cement because we have a lot of pipes going in there. The solar water heater is also on top of this little hut. So those need to be secured, and I'll probably make it solid cement here. The other thing that doesn't show on this plan is there will be a narrow, as I mentioned in the video, a narrow strip of cement foundation right next to the house. That's just to make it more secure for water and erosion. I've made a few notes with some plants that I definitely want, but I haven't settled on the final plants at all by any means. And then this one is just a more simple version, but this tells me sort of what order I need to do things in. Support for the water collection system, a pergola before the planting comes in here, and there will eventually be a pergola over the large opening as well to provide privacy so that you can have that window open, no curtains, and nobody can see inside. That's it. It's super simple. It's a small space, but I'm pretty excited about it. I can completely visualize it now. I've been playing around with the new iPhone camera, and Dickie has been very helpful in helping me learn the slow-mo app. Okay, wait till I get ahead, and then come ripping around the corner. But this time don't stop, okay? Good job, Dickie. Bravo. I've been thinking a lot about what it means to be a polymath on YouTube, and I think this will be a sometimes reoccurring chapter in my videos. Something new I learned this week. This week, I learned how to make a stylus for the iPad and the iPhone out of a Q-tip, a pen, and some foil. Incredible, eh? Let me show you how I did it. First, I took a pen, took the pen out of the pen, and take the cotton off of one end. Too narrow. Okay, anyway, I'll show you with this one. I don't want to take this one apart because it's working so well, but you just shove the Q-tip into the top of the pen. I got it wet. I actually got it wet with my saliva and kind of molded it to be hard against the stem, stuck in there well and tight. And then take a piece of foil, a square of foil, and wrap it around. The whole thing is that the heat and the electromagnetism from your hand needs to be conducted through the foil to the wet tip, and that's the secret. You have to keep it wet. I keep it wet with saliva, and I think it works really well. I think it works better than water. And you saw how it works. It's amazing and free. Yay. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to last, but who cares? I've got a box full of Q-tips and a box full of foil, so I'm good to go. Well, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making it, and I'll see you soon. Don't forget to do all the things. Thank you.